Oh, okay. So, gosh, it's hard. I am a surfer. I adore it. I've been surfing for about 5 years.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
Isn't it something about, we were saying, it's just something about surfing with other women of color.
Yes.
It was
it's
so
such a
powerful
connection.
to me.
Yeah, that was so great.
Because we know all the obstacles that we have been through in life.
Absolutely.
And
Let's be out here.
Absolutely.
and you grew up on the North Shore.
Yeah, I did.
Crazy.
This chick.
I learned how to surf on the North Shore.
You said at 15.
And I was 15.
You used to get in a lot of trouble.
I used to
Well,
get
clearly.
in trouble here.
Clearly.
Clearly. I'm giving a voice to the voiceless. That's all I'm trying to do with this. If I can get, just like we just have two now going to the WSL. We have two now going to the ISA World Games in Japan. I mean, we didn't have that last year.
And we need as many sponsors.
We need
always need
yes,
sponsors.
I always need sponsors. You
Yes.
can catch me anywhere. I always.
Yes.
Scholarships, any of them. These girls need all the financial support they can get. They come from West African countries. One's from Senegal, one's from Sierra Leone. And these aren't the last two. These are just the first two.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I want to get Gigi over here. That's Surfearnegra on Instagram. Get over here. I want to talk to you too. Slide in.
She said it's her song.
Awesome.
She talking about
you came here from Florida.
Yeah.
Oh my! I was so happy to see you. You came down here from Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Now you're doing also. You have a line.
Well, yeah. So pretty much, it's a nonprofit organization that is trying to get more women and girls of color into the sport of surfing. And it's not another surf camp. It's not another organization that replicates something that's already been out there, like Black Girl Surf. It's actually a vehicle to support and funnel money into those organizations to help them grow and to be more visible.
This is great.
Yeah.
So there's a competition.
Yeah. So September
Jacksonville.
14th and 15th, Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Yeah.
September
14th and 15th of 2018, Jacksonville Beach, Florida. We're actually going to participate in the Sisters of the Sea surf event.
I do know that.
And then afterwards, we're going to have a round table with a lot of the influencers within our community to see what we can do to help grow and make ourselves more visible.
And when did you start surfing?
Oh my gosh. Actually, not that long. I came to surfing very late in life.
Really? Because you was getting into those waves. And I was telling her on the
That
water,
foam top
the
board.
way she pulled out of one wave, because it was just going to dump. She pulled out so gracefully out the wave. She was paddling in it, got in it. She pushed down, and then she pulled it out gracefully when she saw what I was.
Right.
And I said, that was so graceful.
She knows how to do
That
it.
was awesome.
It was from getting hit in the head so many times.
Right.
Yeah.
I took that hit.
Yeah, you know.
I know.
So how long has it been for you?
So it's only been about 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and compared to a lot of the people who I surf with in Jacksonville and who I surf with in Costa Rica, I mean, they were pretty much surfing out of the womb.
Because you moved to Costa Rica.
Yeah, I was in Costa Rica for about 4.5 years.
How was that wave?
Awesome. Yeah, it was the first time I took my surfing lessons in Costa Rica, and from the word jump, hooked. Yeah.
We need to do a surf camp in Costa Rica.
Yes, we should.
Just like an empowerment
Absolutely.
thing.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it. I think we should. I think it just happened. I think the vision just. I think it's happening.
We should do it.
I mean, with women who are supportive, sisters, supporting each other, supporting. You have a community. You have a community.
Well, you know,
I'm supportive of communities.
but what I have to be honest with you, like it's such an honor to be. This is my first time at Inkworld Beach. It's such an honor to be sitting next to this lovely person right here. Yes, because like the thing is I surfed for 2 years and never saw another woman of color in the lineup, much less like on social media or on the internet. And I did a search and 2 people came up. 2 people, and this is in 2016, and it was this young lady right here and Imani Wilmot. Those are the only 2 people that came up. And then as we started digging, thank God for the Instagram feed that you have to really showcase all of the other
because that's how I met you.
Exactly.
Oh my, we didn't even know each other's real names.
Exactly. I know, we were like, Amy Miller Style? Like, what's your real name?
I just want you guys to know that my Instagram was purposely done for this reason.
Yeah.
It was
and now look at where we are.
Yes, because look at these women. Get in here.
Yes.
And I mean, I was digging. I was digging and fighting.
Let me end my video.
How did you find this group today?
Oh, okay. So, Gosh, it's hard. I am a surfer. I adore it. I've been surfing for about 5 years too.
I love it.
Yes. I started in San Diego, but I grew up in Santa Monica and Topanga Canyon areas, and I always wanted to surf, but I never
saw anyone like us.
No, it wasn't even that. It was that I would ask people and they wouldn't help me. They would I would be like, "Oh, can I go surfing with you?" Whatever, and I just never had an opportunity. I would go boogie boarding, and I was like, "This isn't it. This is fun, but this isn't it." You know, exactly. And then finally, I was in San Diego. I was in college, and somebody was like, "Oh, okay, I'm going surfing." I was like, "I want to go." You know?
I love it.
And they were guys, and they were like, "Are you going to be able to hang with us?" And I was like, "That's not even the issue. I just need to get out there. You know, you have boards." And they're like, "We have boards." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And they're like, "Bodysuits, everything you need will help you out." And so they helped me out, and I was like, "No way." And then the second time I did Sano, that was crazy.
Oh my God, I love Sano.
Dude, I'm not a huge swimmer. I swam out a mile out. I was like, I'm gonna die, right? I got worked by
so long. That wave is so long to paddle out too.
I love your
you gotta be in shape for that paddle out.
I don't want to be
no, you can still have this sign.
It's life, right? It's good.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
Isn't it something about, we were saying, it's just something about surfing with other women of color.
Yes.
It's such a connection.
That was so great.
Because we know all the obstacles that we have been through in life.
Unspoken things. Yeah. And it's so interesting because it's like Mother Ocean, she's accepting of everyone.
Yes.
Unfortunately, some of the lineups are not.
Yeah.
Right.
But the thing is that sometimes we're the only ones that are in there, but sometimes we're the only ones that really matter.
Yep.
Because it only takes one to inspire somebody else, or to give other people courage or a license to even begin.
Yes.
And it was like I was sitting back watching everyone on the beach today, especially the younger people, and the fact that they saw an example of them, their future selves.
Right.
It's huge. Whether or not they do it in the future, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But the fact that they actually saw and know that it's possible is everything.
Yes.
It's
Exactly.
everything.
That's exactly.
Get in here, Rhonda.
So my nieces, come on,
Get over
she's
here.
about to have her banana. She's like, I need a minute.
I'm gonna get you one day. I'm gonna get you.
Right.
You talking about you want to surf one day? You know I carry my camera everywhere I go. So
I love it.
To go off of what you just said, though, I have two nieces. They live in Hawaii, and they are so amazing, Samantha and Samia. So the last time the time before last that I was there, this little surfboard, because they're like 8 and 5 now, okay? And I was like, I want to go. And my niece was like, you can use my board, auntie, you know? And so they're giving me tips and tricks on how to do it, and it was just so amazing having these little bronze people break it down for me, and they inspire me, and I hope in some way that I'm able to inspire them on a different shore now. All right, let's get this done. Let's be out here.
Absolutely.
And you grew up on the North Shore.
Yeah, I did.
This chick.
I learned how to surf on the North Shore.
You said at 15.
And I was 15.
You used to get in a lot of trouble.
I used to get in trouble here. Clearly. My name ain't Rokki for no reason. Right? So my parents got tired of the whole Rokki situation. They were like, "You're gonna go live with your sister in Hawaii." Okay. Break my arm.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I don't want to go. Like, my sister's 19, I'm 15, right? We going. All right, that's what we doing. And we stayed out in a resort in North Shore. At the time, it was called the Turtle Bay Hilton, and they were doing the Magnum PI shooting out there.
Oh my God.
And I was sitting out there. And I'm going to put the pictures up on Instagram. There's one picture up there that it just looks like so picturesque. That is my backyard.
Wow.
It's literally every night was a surfing contest. You just sit out there and it was beautiful. And it was the only way for me to live. Well, one day I was just sitting there just chilling, you know, not even really tripping, and one of the guys from Magnum PI just came. I had my head down, literally, and he came and kicked my shoe, and he was like, "Do you want to paddle out?" Okay, so black people, I want to just put this out here. Black people don't know terminologies when they're first learning. They're just going to get on that board, and that's what they're going to do. They don't know where the breaks are. They don't know names. They don't know the turns, nothing.
Yes.
I didn't know. So when he said, we're going to paddle out, I just looked at him like he's crazy, like some old pervert just want to talk to me, you know what I mean? Just crazy, some dude.
Now you got to come in.
Come on, let me scoot over.
Just some crazy old dude, right? And so finally I said, okay. He said, this is what paddle out. He's like, you get on the board, you get on the front of the board, and I'll get on the back of the board, and I'm gonna grab the back of you, and when I grab you, you stand up on the board.
Wow.
On camera,
Right?
trying to be a lady.
Instructions were plain and clear. Those are very simple instructions. Got up. He said, "All right, stand up. Grab the back of my bikini bottoms."
Pulls you up.
Pulled up.
Wow.
Both of us went over the side. Rhonda comes up with no bikini top.
Oh my God.
Sometimes
I love it.
like that.
Sometimes it feels like that. Sometimes, but that's when you learn. That's when you learn. That's when you learn.
Because it happened in front of the whole crew of Magnum PI.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, because they were on, you know the break and the craft services and everything. Okay, it was during the craft service break that it happened.
God.
So I'm get off to the shore, and I run home. It wasn't that far. I was like a couple houses, and I said I'm never doing that again. I'm never doing. As a matter of fact, if I ever do it again, somebody kill me. And I went to school the next day. Dude was like, "I'm selling this board for $50."
Oh.
$50. And I was in love with like Town and Country at the time. It was the 80s. They had the neon boards and all that, and the neon wetsuits and all that. I thought that was so cool. So I bought the board.
Oh my God. How did that work out?
I bought that board. I didn't buy that board because they sold it to another kid, but the guy's father called me that night and he was like, "Rhonda, do you want this board? I got another board. You want that one?" I said, "Heck yeah." I didn't care what shape it was in. I just wanted it. So he brought it over. I paid for it, and then I started going out by myself because I didn't want that to happen again with my top. So I just started surfing by myself. There was no other people out there. That's why I needed you guys, because I was doing 30 years of surfing with no one until today, and I couldn't even get in because I just had hand surgery. But it's been 30 years that I've been surfing by myself.
Wow.
That's crazy. It's interesting when you mentioned like the start, like who started you, right? And I feel like I was extremely fortunate because I didn't have this, but I had a mentor who had nothing to prove and didn't see me as an intimidation factor.
Right.
His name is Rick Renchick, and he is from San Luis Obispo, but lived in Costa Rica at the time when I was learning. But kind of the same thing. It was just like he would talk to me and tell me things I would mess up royally. It would be embarrassing as all get out. But that person that gets you started is everything. Now, had it been someone who looked like me and and knew what we would be up against and could say like, "Hey, this is what's going to happen. Hey, people are going to try and snake your wave. Hey, when you walk out, when you paddle out, people are going to say like, oh, she don't know what she's doing," until you actually get that wave and you have to keep earning. So it's very different, but it's so nice. Like, this is so nice. And back to what you said in terms of like that next generation.
Yes.
Like people had to do this for us to even get to sit on this beach.
And that's why I went down there, and I thank my ancestors, because I wouldn't have been able to do this with this plaque had they not been before me.
Yep.
So I left this
And
here
now
for the next
step.
generation.
And now we're building the next step.
Building more community, more leaders, more people to keep this generation going. Because they really had to fight. They couldn't even get in the water without understanding that they was going to the beach to get an ass kicking for the day. Like, that was in their brain. Like, I'm probably gonna get hit. Right. What kind of? I mean, that's kind of deep to even think about.
That's wild.
Yes.
My mother is on her way here from the Bay Area so that she can spend the Mother's Day celebration with us. And she's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm super excited. I don't get to see her all the time." And she goes, "You should have taken Surrey with you." And Sue is my 3-year-old niece. And I'm like, "Oh, well, like I take that little girl with me so many places, and this would have been an excellent experience for her, except I was just like, I don't know. I do. I want to surf, number one, and I don't know what I'm getting into going into this experience today. I don't know if it's 3-year-old friendly, Right. And so, like, let me have my
fill it out. We'll get her on the next one.
I'm saying. So I'm like, all right, now I have to find wetsuits for little ones, and I'm excited, but it's real. It's happening. It's palpable that we're able to see ourselves in every facet of life. And
It's like this feels like the revolution.
It is.
It feels like the revolution is evolving and happening, and we're like taking control of our own
narrative.
Yeah.